A massive anti-Trump protest is planned nationwide for this Saturday, April 5th. The Hands Off movement has organized over 1,100 events across every state. Organizers expect a large turnout, with nearly 250,000 people having already RSVP'd. The movement aims to fight back against what they see as Trump and Musk's overreach. They accuse them of looting the country for their own benefit. The protests aren't just domestic. International rallies are planned in France, Canada, and Portugal. Several organizations are partnering with the Hands Off movement. Prominent groups like the United Auto Workers and Planned Parenthood are involved. The movement emphasizes a commitment to nonviolent action. One of the main rallies will be held at the Washington Monument at noon. The president of the AFL-CIO is expected to attend the Washington Monument rally.
People and Black people only. We are in a time right now where a lot of people want to take advantage of our emotional and resilience capital that has been built up on the backs of us over the hundreds of years that we have been in this country, because they are in a position where they are finding out that the choices that they made, while informed, were poor choices. And I want to stress with us how important it is for us to practice self-care. And one of the tenets with self-care is prioritizing yourself. We are compassionate as a people by nature. We want everyone to be okay by nature. But unfortunately, we're in a season where we don't have the luxury of worrying about others because of what is on ground for us. And so I would encourage us to be really careful of falling into the trap that is happening right now, where we're being gaslit to believe that we have not supported other communities and we have not been there for other communities, and they have been there for us. And I don't want to go down the laundry list of opportunities that they could have been there to stand with us and to fight with us when it was our community that was under attack, which is consistently the theme in this country. But what they're not going to do now is come in because they are suffering and don't know how to handle this the way we do. Because again, we've been here before. We know how this is. This isn't new to us. We just continue to grow and to thrive in spite of what they throw our way. We're not responsible. And so this is the time for us to have self-reflection. This is a time for us to band together to build something infrastructurally that will last beyond this point, so that we no longer have to be dependent on others for our communal well-being. So I just want to stress that to you all. It's going to probably get worse before it gets better. But for us to survive this next 4 years, and I roll my eyes at that because it's just hard to believe that it hasn't even been 2 months yet. But to survive this next 4 years, we are going to have to prioritize ourselves as a community and make sure that we take care of ourselves. That's all I got.
And while we're on the topic of taking care of ourselves, there's this little fact that was pointed out. April 5th, Million Man March and protest. Dear Black people, stay your Black ass home. They've been doing the most to get Black people mad and come out. Some are just looking for a reason to come after us. We're not going to play their game. We're minding our own. Stay home. So if you wanted to make the case that it was somehow a setup for Black people, you would have to point to a litany of things that they have done specifically to inflame the Black community. You know, like the DEI purges, or how about floating out a pardon for Chauvin in the George Floyd case? Or how about trying to cancel Black History Month and then begrudgingly letting it go forward? How about freezing the civil rights cases, the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice? How about coming after the Blacksonian? Or how about coming after Jackie Robinson? How about that? You would have to look at the litany of things that they have done specifically to inflame Black people. And that's just on a national scale. That's beside all of the local stuff, you know, like the Yahtzees on the bridge in a Black community in Lincoln Heights, Ohio. You know, stuff like that's happening locally. But we're talking about like the national stuff right there. So the idea that they wouldn't be specifically targeting us becomes much more difficult to make. And once we're past that, you tell me how exactly they are prepared to receive you should you hit the streets, because I kind of have had this conversation before about how they're willing to react had we hit the streets earlier. Anybody got any other ideas? And just to add a little cherry on top for the inflaming of black people, why is White Lives Matter trending right now? Just out of nowhere. Just literally while I'm recording this, I see that White Lives Matter is trending. Yeah. Anybody got any other ideas? Okay, fine. Everybody has been begging black people to support the march on April 5th. In the spirit of Chuck Schumer, we will pen a strongly worded email. I don't know exactly what my favorite part. No, it's in the spirit of Chuck Schumer. And in the spirit of Chuck Schumer is exactly right. I can work on a draft. Be sure to mention your disappointment and grave concern. I'll be honest, I'm kind of surprised nobody mentioned thoughts and prayers, but naturally when we mentioned writing a strongly worded email, that brought a whole host of other people to comment on the issue.
I have a message out there for all you black people. I need you to stay away. No, seriously, on April 5th, do not go to D.C. It is a trap. Let us handle it. We fucked up here. Black women especially, y'all came out and showed out for Kamala Harris. Black men, y'all need to come to Jesus meeting, but please still don't go to the Capitol on April 5th. Thank you.
I was kind of rocking with you till you decided to talk about black men. Look at the white men escaping scot-free in that one. Really? Hey, you better come get her. Come get her. You got her.
Just a reminder to my fellow white people, you are not an ally if black men and black women are telling you that they are not going to protest on April 5th because it will put their lives in harm's way, and you throw a tantrum. Saying, oh, we all have to work together. Shouldn't we all come together, we the people? Don't you care about the future, about the children, about the time to come together was at the election. We failed them. So now their rest is their resistance, and they are staying home and staying safe as they should, because their lives are too precious to put on the line. And what would cost me and people who look like me getting yelled at or at the worst tear gas, which isn't likely, would cost them their physical lives. And they've already been giving those lives for centuries in this country for all the rights that we enjoy. So it is our turn to step up and to speak up. And honestly, if you're telling them that they should go to that protest, you're an op and not an ally.
Now, naturally, everybody isn't going to agree.
You've been fighting for our rights since the 1960s, you say. So then what's the issue? Keep going. Why are you in my comment section not only trying to get some sort of praise or reward for you having done the heavy lifting since the 1960s, but you're also wasting your time and energy getting upset because black women and black men are saying that y'all got this, we're taking our much deserved rest. That's weird. As someone who fought for my rights through the 1960s, you should very well know that black folk have been fighting for our rights since 1619. Yeah, I don't think that's comparable. I think it's weird that y'all are so up in arms about the fact that black women and black men are saying that we're taking time to ourselves to rejuvenate, to focus on self-care, to not put our bodies on the line. And the fact that you are demanding physical labor from black people is wild, and it's very white of you. And as somebody who fought for my rights in the 1960s, you should know that in 2025, you do not call a black woman girl. I am not your girl. I am a 34-year-old grown-ass woman. And this is exactly why we are sitting out, why we are leaving the heavy lifting to you all, why we are leaving the danger to you all, because you continuously disrespect us, although it has been us, black folk, who have led every march, every protest, every movement, for you to even have the rights that you have as a white woman. You wouldn't have that without us. And yet somehow you still continue to disrespect us. You still continue to minimize us. You still continue to demand labor from us as if you have any control over our bodily autonomy like you always have thought you do. White people have a history of trying to tell Black folk what to do with our bodies, and we are telling you outright no more. We will be sitting comfortably and safely while you all take to the streets. And that shouldn't be an issue for you, Carolyn, since you've been doing it since the 1960s, right? Okay, so then what is the issue here? You don't get a cookie for not being a racist. You don't get praise for doing the bare minimum. We want y'all on the front lines. We want y'all to mobilize. We want y'all to organize. We want y'all to lead. We want y'all to decenter yourselves for a moment, as hard as that is for y'all, and try to have a little bit of empathy for the people that this has been affecting. Y'all are only coming into it now. Maybe not you specifically, although I somehow doubt that, but you're only coming into it now that your pockets are being affected. This is why we're sitting down. And as somebody who fought for my rights since the 1960s, you would know that it's a well-deserved rest.
Millions of us across America are going to march in protest of the Trump administration. Please, please, please join us. Please share this video with as many people in America as you possibly can. You guys, we're running out of time. Trump is moving so fast and he's winning. We have to fight back. It's our last chance to ensure our democracy. Go to www.handsoff2025.com. www.handsoff2025.com. Please share this video with as many people as possible. We have to show up on Saturday, April 5th. Thank you.
Sit your black ass down. Sit your black ass down.
April 5th is coming. And before anybody starts romanticizing protest, let me just say it plain as day. No confusion. We are not going out there. Not this time. We are not going out there.
Did you see all them folks up here asking about where Kamala Harris at? Why they all of a sudden looking for Kamala? Where was they at in November?
I've been seeing this thing like, where's Kamala at? Where Kamala at? Why you worried about it? Why you worried about where she at? When she was here, y'all didn't want to hear. Like, this is getting on my nerves. I have never seen y'all care so much about what a vice president did. Hey, did any of y'all check on Mitt Romney when he lost? Did any of y'all go check on what's old buddy John McCain when he lost? Did any of you? Did you even care? No, you didn't. At the end of the day, mind your business. It don't matter where she at. Y'all didn't want her here.
So let's say you apply to a job. You interview, you make it to the last round of that job. It's you and one other person. You don't get chosen for that job. Do you then hang out around that job, still see if maybe there's something available, still talk about that job, ask if you can volunteer? Oh no, you're moved on to the next thing. That's what Kamala Harris is doing. She's resting. She didn't get the job. She told y'all all of the things that are currently happening were going to happen. Nobody believed her. And now I see all of these people on my For You page, mainly white men, which is interesting, asking, where is Kamala Harris? Kamala Harris is minding her business, as she should be.
I tuned into Bernie's Fight the Oligarchy tour. Great speech. Awesome. He is not saying anything that Kamala Harris didn't say on the campaign trail. Like, yes, he's saying the word oligarchy out loud, but like, Kamala Harris said fascism. Kamala Harris said wannabe dictator. Kamala Harris mentioned the billionaire class that Donald Trump was wanting to give tax cuts to, and not the working class people that she was trying to focus on. Like, I am glad that people are energized by Bernie, but it really just is like, why the did you need an old ass white man to say that while we were actively under duress? Why couldn't you listen to a black woman trying to tell you that an active threat was right there?
Did you see that the majority of black people voted for this woman, stood together just to say that Democrats are out of touch with the working class? Are black people not the working class?
I made the charge yesterday that Kamala Harris was more progressive, if not equally as progressive as Bernie Sanders when she was a sitting senator. And a lot of Bernie bros and fans got up in their So you just want me to pretend that her voting record in the Senate doesn't exist?
Everything that was used to bash Kamala Harris, we're not using the same criteria for Trump, for Bernie Sanders, for Gavin Newsom, all these people that we're putting her up against. The criteria is just not, it's just never the same.
Yeah.